Why, hello, hello, chat. It's me, the rat. What's up? Oh, let's see who's here. We got Captain Vicaptua with the first rat. We got Tristar coming in, getting a little daily cheese and heading out. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all lurking. Happy Friday, everybody. How was my day? Kind of uneventful, which kind of sucks for me because I had some homework done, or some homework due that I wanted to try to finish, and unfortunately, I did not, or because I was waiting for a response from a teacher, and it didn't happen. So, but I still have time. It's not due until next Thursday. I'm hoping I can get some of that done sooner rather than later. Hopefully, maybe Wednesday because it's due like Thursday at like 1:30. And yeah, but I got time. I got time. I got time. I got time. I can. So let us begin. Ugh. Let us begin the power washing stream. Let's find the thing first. There we go. Let's continue where we left off. Actually, let's buy something. I think for a heavy duty. That's $5,000. Let's see. It's just aesthetics, I think. These are also just aesthetic things. Trying to get in this long extension might become useful. Let's see. Let's see what to find. Clear. These just normal options. Let's continue. Let's finish this guy off. This is where we last left off. Oh, but the Nuzlocke counter's still up. Hold on. Let me get that out of there. So, I thought I was able to... So, quick update for y'all, chat. I am unfortunately not going to be able to, stream on Wednesdays as I thought I would. Just life came up, so it's going to be Friday, Saturday for a while, and then I don't think I'm able to stream tomorrow. Well, that's a little sad. I've been very inconsistent recently. Just life's been getting in the way, so it sucks. But hey, it's just how life is, I wish I could stream more, but it is what it is. And the screen is too... It always happens. It's like I can't get a consistent, There we go. I know I've talked about, once again, Ultraman Journey has been kind of slow. I did watch an AMV. Not an AMV, but a special episode, like a special, episode that, just to watch a side story episode that they had for one of the series called Ultraman Dyna. I'm really watching Ultraman. I've just really been motivated to watch it. I think kind of burned myself up on watching it because I try to treat it homework in a way. I'm also just not really that like in love with this current like show. It's one of the older shows, so that's and I was able to get through the two shows that came before it. So maybe need another. Maybe I just need like, a little break from like that era of Ultraman. So maybe I'll watch one of the newer shows. Who knows? But yeah, life's been pretty chill right now. I'm gonna say that maybe in the next upcoming semesters or upcoming like day or like months, I'm gonna be a little bit more busy. Um, so streaming might have to take a backseat for a while. I just don't know yet. If it does, I'll probably make a one. I'll probably do like a big last. I'll do like a longer like super duper like a basically like a before the hiatus stream before I get back to it. Ah, Green, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it, man. And Whimsy, thank you for getting that third rat. Appreciate y'all. Ah, Green, thank you for the hydrate. I am in the dark right now. Ah, Whimsy, thank you for the lurk. I'm in the dark at all because one of the light bulbs in my room is not very good. It's flashing and I didn't want to be like, you know, what was the term? I didn't want to like, you know, have that go on in the background, so I'll get to that later. Thank you for the daily cheese and lurk, Whimsy. Appreciate ya. I am pressing Q. But speaking of like other journeys, I bought the Halo Master Chief Collection recently, and I'm almost done with Halo 1. Did you get a chance? Do you get the chance to get the post session for your Ultraman? Yeah, I did. I did able. I was. Oh yeah, I sent it the other day. I sent it the other day. I think probably like the day after or like the day of I got the figure. I have to get a post session for the Optimus Prime that I have. I got like 2 photos in, and then I haven't kind of been slacking on it. You know, trying to get homework done and just stuff like that. But it's been good. But it's a good figure. He's currently on my shelf right now. Can't really show him. He's in the dark, so I can't really see him. But I know generally where he is. But how you been doing, Green? Clean, 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 clean. I love cleaning. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cleaning feels good. I need to find a day to like. I should have done it over like my short fall break, but I gotta like clean like my shelves. I have to do it like at some weekend because right now it's just been because I've been a little hectic with school. It might have to be like a after school's done type thing or after the semester's done. Let's get this one. I'll have definitely some stronger things. Sincerely, I'm seriously considering getting a 3D printer to make my own models. Some people do that. There's people who like make like, this wouldn't that be good? There's people who make like their own like action figures. With like the 3D printer. Like this one guy, his name is 154 Creations. He has his own little website, and he makes custom. He uses a 3D printer to make like custom like Godzilla heads, and also I think he's making like his own like 5-inch scale Godzilla figures. Like I think he. So it's pretty cool. It's not like 6-inch scale. It's supposed to be like a different like a smaller scale, but people do that. Some people just make their own like dead ass just print their own figures because it's like somebody else isn't like making them. I remember this one guy who made like this giant like King Ghidorah figure, like absolutely like dwarfed a lot of the figures that are out now, and it was pretty darn cool. I don't know how the project's coming along, but I remember it being like super cool. But 3D printing has been pretty cool. I remember this. I actually have files for a 3D printed Godzilla 1998 figure. I just haven't like. I didn't have like the resin 3D printer to like do it. And so I don't know how to like sculpt to where it has ball joints because the model is what is it? The model uses like rubber or like rubber bands for like the posability, which isn't as durable as ball joints, but you have to like make like the ball joint sockets to make it work. Even a starter one would be good. Learn how to learn how to do different filaments and stuff. My uncle has a 3D printer. It's like the standard one. It's not like resin, but it's pretty cool. I've always 3D printing has always been really cool. We had to briefly do it for like my job or my previous job. It was pretty cool when we had to use it for certain things. I don't need distinctions. I need the heavy duty guy. Do we have? I think we have distinctions for him. Let me double check. We do. Let's try it out. I've also been thinking about like just workshopping a next D&D character I want to try out for like for an eventual campaign. Because I like having like character ideas. So that's been fun. I haven't really done anything like too like personally creative. It's just been a lot of like school. It's been school and gaming is what I've been doing recently. So little fun creative projects is something I've been kind of neglecting. So yeah. I think I want to play an elf. I played an elf like once before when I was like younger, but that was before I really got on D&D. So or I thought it was cool, but I never like had like, you know, we didn't really continue that campaign. I think it's just a one-shot thing. It was just me and it was just 2 players and 1 dungeon master. So it was like years ago. And how do people let their like things like get life to get this point? Because I know this is like fictional and like, you know, kind of like over or like kind of over or like dramatized to be like to seem more crazy to clean off, but it just feels like if your robe gets to like this point, I do not agree. I just like, please, brother. Like I know like I know there's like people getting their ruts and like, you know, and sometimes cleaning is like a really hard task to do, but to me it's just like, it's, you know, I can't really say anything because I just always wonder. It's like, I just personally like to keep like my space clean as possible. And I know life gets busy, sometimes things fall through the cracks, but you know, sometimes it's hard for you to like, you know, get up and like even shower because it's just like depression or just other things. So it's like, it happens, but you can't stay on it. Work in the garage. I'm used to stuff looking this dirty. Damn. I remember like seeing these posts about these guys checking out like their friends' cars, and it's like, what one of it was like, they're checking the oil, and there's like none anything. It's like this car's like they said this car's running on hopes and prayers. Well, it makes more sense why like a garage like this might be a little dirtier. You know, it's just like oils and all that stuff. So the picture of car a while back, the entire front end was pretty much detached. Over 8K to fix it. Guy didn't have gap insurance. I don't know what a gap insurance is, but good God. That is yikes. 8K? Damn. I mean, 8K makes sense. The entire front half is like, that's a price of like a used, like that's like a decent used vehicle can cost that much. That's yikes. That is unfortunate. Just looking out this section. This garage, cattling, as it's called. There we go. shadow in the middle of the morning again. Doc, it's Leonard Kyle's dad. Can you come around? Got something filthy dirty for you? Okay. Yeah, but today's goal is to like clean whatever we can while also getting this job done. Because we have to clean this building and then that tower over there. I'm gonna probably start with the inside because that seems a little bit more time consuming than the outside. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Clean this thing. Bob Ross of washing Sims. I mean, I do have like curly hair, so I could do it. I could make like a. As we see here, we will be making a little tree. So let's do this. Oh, wrong. Nope. Oops. No mistakes. Just happy accidents. Tree. And then we have person. There we go. Person and tree. There we go. Let's clean this little corner here. There's my masterpiece. $40,000, please. I should do a Bob Ross like costume idea because I have the hair. It's not the same color, but like maybe if I grow my hair more, I could do it. My hair's not real, and also another thing, I don't like my curly hair. I know a lot of people do, but like I can't stand it. It is not my vibe anymore. I used to do it a lot, but I just kind of stopped liking it. I know people love people with curly hair, but I'm just like, no, not my thing. They're just like, nah, I don't really do it anymore. Like, people are envious of curly hair. Or envious of natural curling hair. I don't think they really care if it's like a perm or something. Care if that thing's all natural. I got some natural hair naturally. Some really curly hair naturally. Yeah, I do too. It kind of gets like to like an afro kind of how like it grows. me natural curly hair people together. It's whimsy. I love a few of my other friends have like natural curly hair. I don't really, I don't really see it often because well, one of them has it more often. The other one just doesn't. Do 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 do. I don't know why that's stuck in my head right now. I've only watched the first episode of The Amazing Digital Circus, but I've heard good things about it. People enjoying it. Oh wow, the entire floor is just clean. All right, let's check the whole building. Break my legs. Ah! Anyways. Let's check that. Alright, let's get Big Barfa over here. Oh, God. What's up, homie? What's up, Nick? What are you doing? How you doing, brother? We cleaning this big old tower. Damn! Big old tower. Watching NCIS. I didn't really have like, those weren't really like a part of like my life or anything. I didn't know people. Besides like a few people at school, I don't really see many people. I didn't really like watch it personally, probably because I was watching, cartoons and YouTube videos. Instead of watching a thrilling crime drama, I was watching a guy play, I don't know, Kid Icarus Uprising, or like Transformers or Generator X or or Ninjago, some other like nerdy thing. So I wasn't really into like live action shows besides like The Boys right now, but I watched that with my I watched it with with Mama Rat, so it's really interesting. I had no interest in cartoons as a kid. I watched crime, animals, and cooking. There's a few like I can't remember if there was a few crime episodes we would watch. We also would watch like Pawn Stars and like actually there was a lot of action series that I'm thinking about that I did watch, like Pawn Stars, Storage Wars, that Gold Rush show, this one show called Flipping Vegas, the various flipping houses those flipping houses shows, that one show about like the lady with the pit bulls. This one aquarium show that was pretty cool. But yeah, I remember watching a few of those. Pitbulls and Parolees, yeah, that was that one. Which is really fun because I know them. Tanked was like a staple. Tanked was fun. Tanked was like a kind of a favorite of mine because it's just like the dynamic between like the two guys and like the overall. It was a nice. Honestly, I kind of liked watching like the characters, then the actual like tank, actual like them like making the aquariums. And also watched the tank was so cool. Yeah, it was. Was another other shows I used to watch was we used to watch a lot of ABC, like ABC's like sitcoms. I remember there was the Goldbergs. I like that one because it had like 80s pop culture. Always one of them from big for me. Brother, I never had an aquarium growing up. I didn't have any. I think we had one fish. We had a few fishers, but they all died. They all died at some point, or we gave them away because we just didn't take care of them. My favorite was Animal Planet Countdown. I don't really remember that. I don't think I watched that, but I never was really an animal person besides like whatever came on or like Shark Week because I used to watch this. I used to watch like this faked Megalodon movie basically, like this. Oh, the reptile hunter. Good old Steve. Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, Steve Irwin. You were a legend. That really broke my heart. Yeah. I don't think I like really. I learned more about that more about him after his passing. I don't think I think I might have been a little too young to like understand like the his impact, but he seems like a happy guy. He seems like a really like chill guy. I know his son's like living is like he's living his legacy. Damn. Yeah. I feel old. It's okay, brother. Like feeling old is probably standard for a lot of y'all. His daughter is just like him. That's really sweet. I hope those kids are doing well. I would hope for the best. You know, I'd hope they're doing well and they're doing their passions like their father did. That's what it's important. Even though sometimes passions are really hard to like make a living out of, but that's a whole other scenario. That's a whole other conversation. And kind of this topic of like back on topic of like live action cartoon shows. I mean, not live action cartoon shows, but live action shows. We used to watch a lot of sitcoms. ABC sitcoms, strangely, like Fresh Off the Boat, The Goldbergs. That was my favorite because the main character, Adam was a nerd. You know, I was a nerd too, and we had like nerdy interest. Um, what was another one? There was Modern Family, Blackish. I swear there's another one. I swear there's another show besides those we used to watch. I think The Middle was one of them. Um, The Middle was one I used to watch a lot. I have a funny, interesting. Let's see. You've watched Criminal Minds and CIS, Law and Order, huge crime show, huge crime show, Childhood, Blackish. I was like in high school when that came out. I think. I don't know. Let me do some research. When did Blackish come out? I remember one particular thing about Blackish, and it wasn't have to, and it's like a line that a character says. Let's see. Blackish came out in 2014. Ooh. Mmm. Uh, I was a preteen when that show came out. Mmm. Okay. Dang. I think it's just showing like the like out the the time difference between the both of us. But as I was saying, um, oh yeah, I was too. Ah, okay, so it's not like that much of a difference. It shouldn't be. But as I was saying, it's not that big of a gap. Yeah. So as I was saying, oh god, how many floors? This is a lot of floors. God damn. But as I was saying, there's a line in Blackish. But I had to kind of do a little bit of setup. That stuck with me because I thought it was smart, but then looking back on it now, I'm like, wait, that makes no fucking sense at all. So in an episode, there's an episode where like the son, the dorky-ish older son, you know, he's kind of like a dork. You know, his dad doesn't really like approve of him being like a huge nerd or anything. It's like that type of dynamic. Where they think he gets in a quote unquote fight where he has to go into like a public school, and you know they're like these people, the family in Blackish is like very, very like well off. Um, so they go like in a private school, and they're kind of scared of him going to public school, but eventually he goes, and it's like And he makes friends. He actually makes friends, and there was near the end of the episode, they were like, "Hey, our families are out of town. You guys want to do like a Marvel movie marathon?" And then it's like, should we do chronological or release order? And they're like, definitely chronological. And they're like, let's start off with Captain America, the first Avenger. And then Junior says this: Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy takes place in space, so it can happen anywhere. And then for a while, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And then years later, I realized, wait a second, Peter Quill, Star Lord, was taken away, was abducted in the 80s or 70s when Steve was frozen. What the fuck were you thinking about, ABC writers? The company that's owned by, I don't know, Disney, who owns Marvel. Like, that's like a thing that like sticks with my head because my dumbass kid self thought it was an actual good point. That's actually like a huge like nerd revelation or nerd observation. But I'm like, no, they just didn't fucking know. TV writers not knowing things about things that are nerdy, or just because people in writer shares are probably not like comic book nerds or anything like that. It's really weird. That's one of the few memorable moments I remember from like that show. There's a few standout moments and episodes that do stick out to me. But that's the one that sticks out the most to me because it's just how like, wait, what the fuck do you mean? Man, I wish it was like Splatoon where I can like throw up where it's like I never played Splatoon, but I know what it the mechanics of Smash Brothers. Like a just a soap bomb, just to throw them in there and just get some more stuff covered. Cleaning the things, cleaning the tower that's for training. Make it spick and spam. Make it so clean and give it a shine. So the fire teamy clams. Maybe when they look at it, they will exclaim, damn, then they'll be happy when this shit is clean. I don't know what to say. My mind is blank. Oh, good Hanks. Da da do da dee dee da. I'm just a yipper at this point. I don't know what to say. It's so goddamn weird. You think I would fall for the oldest trick in the book. But yes, I do enjoy the establishment with the red-haired child, with the red-headed, mascot, with the what is it? With the really funny Twitter account. I'm not calling it X. You would have to pay me to say X. Yeah. You think I haven't been around the block? There's a local place called Candace in my area. It's a pretty decent restaurant. called like they're called like, they have like really good like frozen like frozen drinks or frozen stuff. It's pretty good. Like really good slushies and milkshakes. Clean must become clean. A lot of germaphobe characters in fiction really like this game. Or maybe they would hate it for a moment and then like cleaning would be like satisfying for them. I wonder if there's, God, clean freaks would be going crazy with this game. Cleaning things. Cleaning the tower. And let me have all the power. The washy simulator gives me to wash off these things. Da 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 do. Do do do. Da 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 do. Da 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 do. Clean off these things, clean off these things. I will clean these things off. Clean off these things, clean. I know it's too early, but like, listen, Mariah Carey's already frosting. It's like, there's no point. Just, at this point, like, Halloween and Christmas just have to coexist on the shopping aisle. Guacamole, gonna clean the shit 'cause I have to, man. I'm just saying whatever. I'm just singing to it, like singing whatever comes to my mind. Just whatever bullshit I can make. I'm spewing bullshit. Random bullshit. Oh god, I had a burp. Go! Yippee. Clean, clean, clean. Wash my belly. Yo, has someone made a mod where you have to clean and wash Pibble's belly? And and if you don't do it, you just hear, wash my belly, and he starts to wash it. It's like, yay, clean my belly. Yay, clean my belly. Clean my belly. I think Pibble's a funny little creature. Pibble is silly. We don't deserve dogs. They're such amazing creatures. What if I did redeem where it's like talk like Pitbull for like 2 minutes? Watch my gameplay. Yay. Enjoy my gameplay. Yay. Watch my streams. Yay! Engage in my streams. Yay! Oh my god, I'm such a silly little. I'm too silly. I'm a silly little rat. That T was so delayed. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, chat. I believe you do. What does thou stomach say, Sir Rose? Does thou want the Italian cuisine? But another additional question: where would you get it from after you decided to consume said deliciousness? Hmm. The pizza we've been getting, because, you know, my parents have a membership, is Costco pizza, like gas station or Domino's. I don't. Hey man, sometimes gas station like food kind of hits. Everything else is closed. I see. I mean, if you want something cheap, gas station. If you want to like a little bit more bougie, Domino's. I mean, bougie, and you know, it's like, you know, Wawa slap. I live on the other. I don't have any Wawa. I actually live on the side of America, side of the I don't have Wawas in my areas. It's because I know that's a coastal thing. But like, don't gas station food don't ain't that bad. Ain't that bad for what you're paying. Obviously, you can make the argument, well, if you're going somewhere else and find deals, you can get it somewhere else. But it's like, it's a good for a late night pitch. You know, just everything's closed. Get some gas station pizza, or gas station whatever, or just, you know. Clean mine. The fire department be like, clean my building. Yay. Wash my building. Yay. Cleaning off my things, cause I want to. Gonna do these things because I have to. Do 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 do. Baby, come back. There was something. Do 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 do. Baby, come back. Gotta clean this thing, please, because it's dirty. Dirty as some DMs, not from mine. Baby, I'm back. Watch me clean these things. Because they're dirty. Dirty as the League players. I don't know, keyboard. I lost the rhyme there. Ooh, thank you, Senri, for getting a stinky, stinky, stinky spam out of here. Haven't had that happen in a hot minute. I think the funniest, I think like not really funny, but more like kind of like, damn, the really like crazy thing about those bots. I've seen one where it's like, man, it's like a snore in here. You get like no chatters, no anything, and like kind of be like very mean and be like, use our bot to make fake engagement. And I'm like, why? Like that's so like man, somebody had to think about that. Some intern had to like think about that. Well, then again, it's like I could say intern, but again, he's gonna be easily as like AI generated. AI stinky. If you're gonna make an insult, come about yourself. If you're gonna be if you're gonna be mean, be like original, or like be creative. If you're gonna be a dick, at least have your own thoughts, I guess. I don't know. What I'm saying here is crazy. Because it's like, obviously, you shouldn't be mean. You should, always want to wake up to spread, not even spread kindness, just to be, you know, like tolerable. Not even tolerable, just be like, just be. I want to say like, no, it really has to be pleasant to be around. Just be like, hey, just don't be like, don't be an ass. Life's too short to like be an ass and just being a dick. So just like be nice, or just be a good person, That's what I would say. Just because being mean is stinky. Gonna clean this shit up because I have to for my GOB. Up, we got an ad starting in 1 minute, everybody. 1 minute. I run 3-minute ads every hour. I do pause gameplay and take the time to get some food, get some water, go stretch. I'll just be pausing gameplay because I think it's unfair for non-subs to miss out. So I'll probably just pause the game and then see if we got any, I'll probably just yap, or maybe, or stretch myself. Who knows? But for those of you non-subs, you will not be missing out in terms of cool content from the rat. So yeah. So I'll be back after those 3 minutes are up. We can get back to gameplay. Clean my everything. Ads are here. Time to pause. Never come back. La 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 la. Do 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 do. La 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 la. And we are back from the ads. Welcome back, chatters. Let's get this thing cleansed. Is there packs? I just realized there's packs I have to clean. Oh, god dang it. Lulili. La la la. La li luli la la. Oh, I know it's fictional, but it would have been a pain in the butt to walk back up again. I know I wouldn't actually die, but I felt like I was so connected to my goofball was power washer that I'm like, yeah, I could have died for real, for real, for real. I understand why this is so dirty because, you know, it's like burned. You know, there's been a lot of, you know, fire and stuff like that, so of course a little bit more burned. And this is so dirty. What's its name? So much to clean, so much to clean, so much to clean, so much to clean. You never know, and if you don't clean, I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna clean the shit, because I have to for this job. Now let's fall down. Let's go. Let's fall down. Let's fall down to the chairs, and now. Bow now 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 now. Down down now now now. Down down now now now. Now we got a clean dish. Biatch. I'll have to sneeze. Bless myself. Oh boy. Let's just clean. Let's clean the backside. Do. Let's move. Rolling around at the speed of sound. No places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Down, 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 down. I gotta play Sonic Adventure 2. I might do that on my own time. I know like I streamed like Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Unleashed, but I think I gotta enjoy. I think Sonic games are best enjoyed when you can just play them like on your own time. You know, get to learn the level, because you know Sonic's most best gameplay thing is that it's all about repetition. Which, you know, makes, you know, it's honestly is ingenious for the character designer, the characters, to give them that speed. It's like they can briskly go through a level, you know, to like keep you trying. I had the one I released on the OG Sega, and then played it on the Dreamcast. Yeah, like, because that's like that's how like Sonic 1 or Sonic 1. That could be Sonic 1, 2, 3, or Sonic 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles. And then the first Sonic game that came out on the Dreamcast was Sonic Adventure 1. And then Sonic Adventure 2 was on the Dreamcast, but most people think about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Thought Chaos was groundbreaking, and then Sonic went Super Sonic at the end. Hyper shit in the world. Yeah, it's still a pretty cool moment. I think Chaos is like, even though it's just water Biollante from... It's just Biollante, but water from Godzilla versus Biollante. It's still a pretty cool character design. That must have been, like, crazy for kids. There's probably so many moments that are probably, like, crazy to me as a kid. They're just, like, it's equivalent. It's fun. Green, are you a Halo fan? I can't remember. I know Boo is, but I don't know if you're also a Halo fan. That or that or against the space station in the secret ending Sonic Adventure 2 battle. Yeah, Sonic Adventure. That's I remember watching like gameplay that as a kid, like a Let's Play. I remember being so hyped, even though I have never played like I never played those games. Even though I never, I wasn't playing it. I was just watching a guy play it. And now Sonic is collaborating with SpongeBob and Pac-Man and Mega Man. Sega has been recycling their good stuff a less ago Nintendo, in my humble opinion. I wonder if the role switch in Sega won over the battle over Nintendo in the 90s and 20s. So probably if it Nintendo would probably still exist more. They probably have to like because is like 100-year-old company. Nintendo's like an old company. Either they just die because their gaming dies down, or maybe they like rebrand themselves into something else. I don't know if like I don't know how controlling Nintendo would be to the point where like knowing how they are now or maybe how they were then. Maybe they would. I don't know if they would be like as willing or as like okay with like their property their games being on other systems, which would be though it would be funny to be like, yo, did you get the new like Mario Galaxy for like the PS3 and Xbox 360 or like whatever Sega equivalent console was at the time. I mean, there could have been a situation where if Sega didn't shit the bed in the 90s, they could have been a competitor to this day, making their own console exclusives. But I feel like I think Sonic has grown as like a property because of the fact that's like they their games are now on other platforms. I think their characters would be iconic. They want to have would be more expandable. Nintendo selling their IP, Miimoto spoken for nightmares somewhere in Japan. Yeah, it's like, I don't think they would. I don't think they would sell their IP. I think they'll try to do their best to like keep it alive and just become. If we're doing like a straight up role reversal um, of like Nintendo being like going like being a third party developer for other for other places, I don't really see them like. I want to say I think Sonic has a better like outlasting appeal than like Nintendo because Nintendo's basically like is like the Disney of like video games. I feel like Sonic and Sega are more like the DreamWorks in a way of like because I feel like Sonic just has more like is able to go into is more okay with like exploring like I would say dark like more different themes. We have like because we have like stories about like about like environment. It's because Sonic's basically just like environmental like it's because it's the main stories about the initial stories about like hey the environment like saving the environment from like the forces of man. And and I don't think Mario really has that. I don't really see them like having as much as like pulling in power as like the Sonic characters or just like the Sonic world. At least I think I don't think Nintendo has like maybe there's a few characters that could probably be as crazy as big as Sega, but like I think what made Sonic more like um loved by more people is that his games are on other things, and I don't know if like I don't I don't know how a Nintendo at that time would operate, because the closest thing of like I know about Nintendo, like that from memory of like Nintendo being like in a crisis, was like when the Wii U was underperforming. And then you know, we have the iconic story of like Satoru Iwata basically saying like, oh shit, my console like underperforming, I'm gonna take a paycheck. Like, man was like, my company's going down, I'm gonna take a paycheck myself, which is super cool and based. Like, give Nintendo all your shit, but like I will always condemn, like I will always not condemn, but like always think that's probably like one of their golden moments, or just like of like a CEO being like, oh, like obviously was Iwata perfect, but no, but I did like that effort of like him basically being like, oh shit, this console is not selling, my company's going kind of going through it right now. Let me take like up the brunt of the force, which is I think that was commendable. During that time. Mario pretty much recycles the damsel stress role, moreover uses the same tropes. I I may have grown up on Xbox exclusive, but their games were predictable. I hate a minute. You played Super Mario and on a platform generation. You've played them all. I wouldn't say you would like. I would say they are. It's the same gameplay style, but different. But there's different, mechanics to like make them differently, which is kind of just like gaming 101 in a way. Just like reuse a few things. I feel like honestly, if Nintendo did become like a software, like a third party developer like Sega, I think what made people like me, I think what probably would have gained people's eyes more, might be like their non-platforming games. Um, I feel like they would have maybe in a world where if they did not like actually like succeed and realize that the damsel that their gameplay like isn't like if their gameplay didn't get wasn't so good to like keep them on their like on one particular platform for people to stay on one platform, maybe they would have maybe they would have been more experimental. Because like you could say that about Mario, you gotta say that about Sonic. It's like it's point A to point B, but like what makes those games, mostly platform games, so interesting is that yeah, it's the same thing. Go to one area, get everything, then go to the next one. But what makes them so unique is like how level design, and also just like mostly level design and what they do, like how they like evolve from that gameplay. Because it's like Mario has the basic formula, but like you can tell there was a massive like gameplay difference between like Sonic, like for the 2D segment, like Mario, like Super Mario Bros. 1, or like Super Mario Bros. 3 to Super Mario Bros. World, and from Super Mario Sunshine to Super Mario like Galaxy. Thank you for the posture check, Whimsy. So that's kind of like indicative of gaming in general. But I honestly maybe think in an alternate reality where Nintendo did not became a third party developer, I feel like their sports games and like their third party games are probably get the more appeal, because I feel like people are more willing. There's probably more people who don't own a Nintendo console and have probably fuck with Mario Kart, and Mario Party more than like a mainline Mario game. So I feel like maybe in alternate reality, maybe Nintendo will just experiment with like more of their characters. Maybe do more sports games, or just be more experimental. Because Nintendo's not really that like you're not gonna have like a game where unless like a game where like Mario goes to like goes to fight King Arthur, or explores the Arabian Nights, like how Sonic was willing to do. But honestly, thinking about that out loud is kind of funny. It just shows how much faith I think Sega just had in like these crazier experiences. Just like, yeah, Sonic turns into a werehog. Sonic goes to space a few times. Sonic does, I don't know, tax fraud or something. Like, I feel like just things would have been really differently if Nintendo was the ones that shit the bed in the 90s. But honestly, To be kind of more cynical, I don't think I think Nintendo would probably just become a strictly Japanese company if they failed and if their endeavors failed. Like if their games failed, I think they would be just like a they would have been like a Japanese company that made it big in the 80s and that made it big in the 80s, fumbled in the 90s, and just never went worldwide again. Counter. They did more experiments, more experimental Epic Mickey. That wasn't even their wheelhouse. They did alter the format and integrate. I mean, like that was a third-party game, so that it's just because it was on like it was basically just because it was on their system. They didn't mean they just kind of like allowed it to be on the platform. They didn't like in house have like people from Nintendo work on it. It was just like it was just a Nintendo exclusive. It was a bit more counter. They did. It's not. That's not. That was not even the Royal House. Yeah, understandable, but that was just them allowing like third party like games on because every console needs third party games as the first party games. You know they had like because Dead Space was I'm pretty sure was also on the Wii. Was Dead Space was initially on the Wii? I can't remember if Dead Space was initially on the Wii. Am I tripping? That just shows like they were willing to have like more like crazier games on the system. Hold on, I swear Dead Space was like a game. Was it a Wii game? I have to be tripping. Oh, is Dead Space Extraction was on the Wii. Oh, okay. That's really weird to have like a spin-off on a but not have the original game on the console. That's very, very weird. So it's just kind of just because it's like it's just third party. Could you could imagine how well it did? Yeah, probably not. 'Cause what else was it on? Well, that'd be really weird because it's like you play this game that's like originally for like yeah, that kind of sucked because it's like if you were a fan of Dead Space and you had an Xbox 360 and you wanted to play Extraction, you had to get a PS3 or like get a Wii to play it. Damn. Wasn't I wasn't the main character in Dead Space like I think he was like also was he on hold on, I gotta look up this character. I gotta look up like was Isaac an was a Sega All Star with the Wii? You might as well getting the Diet Dead Space. Yeah, fair. Sega, not Sega. PlayStation All Star Battle Royale. Might be misremembering a lot of things. Yeah, Isaac Clarke was on freaking was a PlayStation thing because he was on PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. I think was the game called. I remember briefly playing that on like my cousin, my not my cousin, but my uncle's PS3 because it was a nice like change of space from Smash Bros. Even though I had no idea who any of these characters were besides maybe like Raiden from Metal Gear Solid because I think I saw my uncles play that game. That's another fun game I should try. I should let's play or play on the stream because I've played it before and I think it'd be nice for fresher. My Xbox has unintentionally became the best like my Xbox One has unintentionally became the best like um my best content farm in terms of like getting games to play because I have so many games on it or like a decent amount. Almost fell down. I think what made like that game kind of like then you had Mario vs. Swords, but like arcade sports like Mario Strikers, and I hate motion controls on the Wii. I grew up with Mario Strikers Charge, and it was probably I never bought Battle League. Um, yeah, the motion controls on the Wii were definitely like I'm biased, but because everything is because I grew up with the Wii, so I was used to like those to the like to those controls. There's ways to like mitigate it or like games that have less of it because Nintendo's more just about like basically Nintendo instead of making like these incredible like graphical experiences, they just want to make like fun little experimental gameplay um experiments. Which I mean, the Wii did well. It sold well for a lot of casual like gamers, but nothing did but like didn't really do anything. I don't think Nintendo really got like more people involved with gaming until like back in the Switch because it's when the Switch One dropped. Because like even though I think that game, even though that thing was underpowered as shit, it made a lot of good. I mean, people still probably it did well. It did well because it was just like how much it had some pretty good stuff, and just probably Nintendo has a chokehold on a lot of people. But back on Mario sports games, oh man, I should play. I gotta do I gotta really stop fucking around and do that nostalgia stream with S because it's like there's so many games we could play. And Mario Strikers and like Mario Sports Mix are definitely games we could play. I'll answer your question. Beat CE234 and yeah. I'm not doing that. I'm playing on normal. To start off. I'm about to beat Halo. The Halo One. Combat Evolved. Like, I think I have one more mission. I'm on Maw. The final. Like, I'm on the last mission. So I'm very excited to get that done, and then because I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a very quaint game, I would say. It's quaint compared to like modern, probably like the modern shooters. This is like I think my first ever first person shooter game I played. Yeah, it's my first playthrough. Besides Borderlands 2, but I never finished Borderlands 2. Um, but this is the first one I actually like feel like I'm actually like. This might be my first person shooter game I played and beaten. Because I don't think there's any on top of my head that I can remember playing as a kid. And I think I answered your question, Green. This is my first place I knew, man. To play Halo for the first time. I think it's different because it's like I'm playing it. I'm having different experiences as people did, as like other people did. I'm playing like I'm doing the campaign, even though I assume that most people playing Halo probably them coming back home, booting up Xbox Live to play with some randos on the internet in like team deathmatch. Um, I'm strictly just playing the campaign right now. I don't know if like I think Halo Infinite is Halo's current like this is a current like multiplayer experience because I know the online player exists, but I don't know like how knowing Halo fans are probably dedicated. Helena, thank you for getting your daily cheese. What's up? We're talking about Halo. But I've been having a lot of fun with the game. Obviously, I'm experiencing differently because I'm playing it on a remaster on the PC with the mouse and keyboard compared to people playing on like an Xbox controller on the original system. But I'm still having fun with it. And I'm also for those if you're curious, Green, I'm playing it on with the original funny graphics. Nah, even the campaign was groundbreaking at the time. The format was broken from arena shooters like Unreal, Doom, and otherwise. Yeah, that is true. Like I'm playing the game and I'm like I can see like the Doom inspiration, just the overall feel. Just the fact it's like you're playing a guy in green outfit killing like beings from another world or like unspoken horrors. How have you been doing, Helena? But this might make me enjoy like first person shooters in general. I always saw them as like strictly like first part as like strictly online games with like a very like because Call of Duty fans are like there's like usually the like there's like people think about when it comes to those type of shooters. So obviously the fan base isn't like a good like reputation, but like I like the game. It's been a lot of fun. I've doing definitely whatever. I've been doing definitely whatever. Damn, that sucks. Call of Duty fans are the most basic shooter fans. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, oh yeah, I guess so. I can't really say about like me being like having a superior taste in shooters because I play Fortnite, which is I know basically like that's a battle royale shooter. That's more archaic and more arcadish, more not really realistic. So I don't think I can really speak on like shooters. And I've always been kind of interested in Halo, and also the Master Chief Collection was $5. So I was just like, it's time to give this franchise that people that I've only have like a semi knowledge about, like that not that knowledge about, to give it a shot. Hey, FA, any chance you can hose down our spare truck? The mayor's running us ragged over here. All right, let's take a look at the gate. Let's take a look at our thing. Where's my water bottle? I'm in the dark right now. I can't see anything. All right, hour 30 in, and we got that done. All right, let's take a look what we got. Ooh, we got a car. We got a fire truck. I'm not even in any shooters besides Fortnite. I'm not into any shooters besides Fortnite, and not even that. Hey, gang, I was playing Peak, but I'm here now. What's up, bunny? How was your Peak games? Just redid Doom. My God, what a game! Makes you feel adrenaline rushing down. Yeah, I saw you. Playing that. I've only played the Doom 2 on my Switch, but I gotta once again. It's in the back. It's in the forever backlog of games. Holy shit! My God. But I know the new Doom games are like amazing. I have a friend who really loves them. I have two friends who really like them. One of them, both of them, did like the hardest difficulty streams. And it was really fun to watch both of them. Maybe GTA J, yeah, I like GTA, but I don't know if that counts. It has shooter elements, but I think it can go first person, third person. I'm not really, I never really grew with GTA. But I did watch like my uncles play it and play from time to time, even though I was like, where do my fingers go? There's the first person PvP though. I think most people when they experience GTA 5, it's usually just like the like obviously when people exhaust a campaign, you do like the fun mini games and shit. All right, chat. We have new jobs to do. Which one should we do out of these three? To be fair, it's more of a mixed elements thing. Yeah, I was about to say it's just more. It's a hodgepodge of like stuff. Miller's. We're gonna go with the car. So Green's saying we clean the car. I think probably because Green works on cars as a job, so it's like, what is this based off? Anyways, I'm gonna go now. Goody nighties. Good night, Helena. Nice to see you. Okay, so I'm like, so I told you about the new Pathfinder character I've been cooking up. I'm looking at the spell list to see what fit their theme. Anything that would. I started working on my like little elf character, my little character I was kind of talking about last time. Just making things up. I'm just making things, and there's so much gold there. There's so much gold here that I barely have to reflavor. Pathfinder might be Pathfinder might be goaded. I remember the first time I heard about it was my old boss that was telling me about it because he was kind of sicking with like the whole like the freaking Magic the Gathering fiasco that Hasbro had with the Pinkertons sending it to that one guy. So he was telling me about it. It's like, don't play D&D, play Pathfinder, because it's just it's more fun. I haven't really got a chance to try it because everybody who I know just runs D&D. Um, so this is the car. It looks like it's supposed to be. It was an old race car. So this could be really cool. You might find the shrieky line where Bert you try to clean with the power washer, dribble washer more like it. Ha ha ha. Such an old person line. Dribble washer. Cars. If Lightning McQueen was if Iron Crane was a 90s rally car. Cars was actually like the first movie like my parents took me to. That's the first movie. I think I fell asleep in it, but it was the first movie they had brought me to as a kid. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember rewatching it like on repeat, on the DVD, on the Cars themed TV that I used to have as CRT. I used to have as a kid. I remember watching that in Speed Racer, the 2018 Speed Racer, which is funny because I don't know anything about cars, like in reality. Like I know how to change oil, and I think I know how to change a tire, but that was about it. One of the reasons I've become enamored is the amount of classification are. Yeah, that's something my boss told me. He just says Pathfinder is D&D, but with more. Let's use the stubby gun. I gotta switch guns. My doggy just made a noise. I don't know if you heard them. That Jimmy right there, I used to race his beast all over. I got a grunt like a angry rhino. Heck, I won the 1989 race in it. Where you want to do a Clash game or something? One of these days of like Halo? I kind of want to. No, I didn't watch that on TV. I kind of want to experience the games like by myself, my own or private. I did have an IRL friend ask me. When I first bought the game, I'm like, I'm kind of tempted to play this game on stream. He's like, no. He's like, don't. He's like, no. He told me, it's like, play it off stream. He said play it off stream so you can like enjoy the games more. So maybe like in the future, once I get more familiar, we can do like maybe you can do like a. I'm pretty sure I don't know if the camp. I'm pretty sure every like multiplayer crossplay in that game because I know campaigns like a few games in terms of crossplay. Yeah, I have to use the other gun. Certain ones in the campaign are not crossplay, and I play on PC. I do too. No compatibility issues. PC master race though. JK. I mean like PC gaming is very versatile. It's very versatile. It has an endless freaking it has like it has an endless open source like open ecosystem. You can do a lot on it. But like if you go with Windows 11, it's Windows 11, which is not liked by like most people. And then it's like, oh, just go on Linux. Like you can't really do things like but Linux is like you could probably probably play single player on like prioritize like playing games on single player on Linux. But you need anti-cheat for like other games because of the fact it's like for certain games. So it's like you're kind of boned if you want to play by yourself. But like people, but like there's other things. Just PC gaming is very like versatile. It just has like a lot of like also this side of like getting things to work. Sometimes there's bugs. Just and also just the fact it's like prices are getting higher. Like PC parts are getting higher. Like the 5090 is $2,000. That's like half of what I did for my rig. Let's see. The character I'm playing right now, I wanted a less mystical monk, so I'm with a brawler, a hybrid monk slash fighter. But I wanted to, but I wanted more monk in that balance, so I chose the variant. Sorry, Winding Path Renegade, which matched my backstory perfectly, having left the monk order without completing their high level training. Ah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Currently my character right now is a paladin. I think I talked about it last time, and right now I'm just like writing their backstory and then trying to do like cool little things because since I'm so new to D&D, I try to find something that's like new. I just like try to make like a cool character. Like obviously make a cool character, but I want to like experience different play styles like mostly, and then maybe once I start getting to more campaigns, I will be doing more you know character. I not character, but like I will be doing more what is it? Just getting to know the game a little bit more. And there's variants in each and every class. I like the fact that like the Pathfinder seems like a good fun option if you just want to have more freedom. Laptop I'm currently using is an i9 with 1 terabyte, 3 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive, and with a 3060. So a powerhouse in its own right. Yeah, that's pretty. Those are pretty good specs. I could play like most modern games. The only thing I would like worry about upgrading is like the hard drive because hard drives are slow. Maybe I don't know how repairable your laptop is because certain laptops are like a pain in the ass to repair. And if you try to get like the replacement parts, it's like sometimes it's like as much as a new system. So it's like very So it's very like there's a lot of issues with like the tech industry right now. Not something to talk about like the AI push. Oh god, the AI push. Ew, cringe. I finally just I finally got the chance to disable Copilot on my laptop and my fucking stupid it and this system. ASURIG Cyberpunk on just underneath Ultra and runs fine. That's a strong system. It's a damn good system. I mean, like 2 generations old will still be able to run certain games, unless it's like Indiana Jones or that Borderlands 4 debacle, which was. That's another thing too about like PC gaming. Games being all optimized as shit. Like but like with a PC game, you just have like a lot more freedom to do whatever you want. So that's one plus side. Just getting there, or just trying to figure out can be like, like a pain. Because remember, there's a difference between people who are into PC building and to PC gaming. Because I'm not one of those people who are going to be like, you want to buy a pre-build? How about you get your knowledge up and learn to build your system? Get a better connection with your machine. Yeah, like, no, if you just want to play the games and you have the money, just get a pre-build. But be smart. But, like, obviously, look into it. Because, not all pre-builds are built equal. I literally... Anything is cringe. Gatekeeping tech is cringy as fuck. To play Minecraft, stop it. Yeah, it's just like, brother, if a guy wants to just has like a thousand has like 1,200 bones that he got somehow, and just wants to buy a PC, let the man buy his PC. If he doesn't want to build, he doesn't want to build. Let's see. I literally just now found a sorcerer variant that works with a new character that leads more into the void of space than the stars. in the immediate parts of the Starblood bloodline. It just sounds like the more you dig, the more you look into like Pathfinder Bunny, the more is just like the more fun you discover. Bunny's gonna have a lot of options for for D&D. Like I built my I personally built my computer because I wanted to get like I always wanted to try it, and two, I want to get like a better understanding, like understanding um of like the parts and like how things work. So it can be helpful in the future if I need to like learn how to like, you know, fix something or replace something. But like if you don't have the time or just doesn't want to do it, you can just buying a computer. It's fine. There's good pre-builts out there. You just have to look, and obviously you're gonna be paying more because you know you have to buy the Windows key, the service fee, the shipping fee, and you know and all that stuff. But it's like, dude, and obviously there's gonna be issues like they're gonna have their own version of Windows, their own software, their own bloatware. But like there's a lot of people that they don't know about that and just want to just want to build like they just want to buy it and play games, which is what it is. People do that, and that's okay. If you just want a game on PC, go ahead and game. You're not going to. You don't. Just go ahead. That's what I think. If you do not have the time nor patience to build a PC, and you have the money, obviously, you can build one, or you can buy one. Pre-builds are completely valid to experience like PC gaming. Speaking of building a PC, I've been kind of tempted to build like a second one. Obviously, for like that's gonna be lower spec than the one I'm running now because I kind of want to have my own little. I want my own little Steam machine. I know Valve is like in the talks of like making their own, but I would like to just have my own so I can like, cause I kind of want to have it around and be like my own little like to basically just bring around like a console, just like to like people's houses, download a few games, and just play like local multiplayer type games. Also, I just realized that Linux has actually been doing pretty well for itself between like people like Microsoft ending support on Windows 10. So a lot of people are installing Linux to like basically an easy form of Linux to understand to go to like your grandpa who just needs to like check emails and like watch YouTube videos. I know Linux is usually like looking at like the more, like as like the nerdy distro. But here's the thing, Linux did make a huge win with the Steam Deck, like because it's a Linux-based system. Because SteamOS is a Linux-based system, and a lot of people are like, as soon as Valve like puts SteamOS is more readily available and ready for the public, people are probably going to jump ship from Windows. who knows where the world will go. And this car is clean. I mean, this car needs to be. This thing's dirty. Goddamn. This guy's been through a ringer. Okay, I've got all the spells I don't want from the current level picked out. What you got? What you got? Share them with the class, bunny. Cleaning you, cleaning your dirt. Me cleaning you. I'm saving the ability scores when I actually need to join, but I don't need to at the moment. I normally just like to do them like before this first session. I usually do point buy instead of doing random. Clean this car. Wee. Let's go. Car cleaned. That's me, guys. That's me. Turbo fast car. Alright, we got the fire truck. And then we got the penny farting. I know this is farting. But saying farting is funnier. Batu D's. Buy a few D's. What else could I buy? I need 5,000 bones. Let's get a. This is useful. This is also useful. And get this and probably call it. Let's go. Chat, do you want to go with the fire truck or do you want to go with the penny farting? Whoa, okay, buddy, you got a lot to say. The notable ones are mending, general practicality, and reversed time flavor. Okay, it's pretty cool. Touch of the fatigue, combat potential, and accelerated time flavor. Deja vu, combat enchantment with record scratch style, time alteration flavor. Um, magic, magic missile guaranteed force damage that I want until as cracking visual spattering of space to damage enemies. Stricken heart, same as flavors such as fatigue, but damaging this time. Damn, so I've only used magic missile out of those type of like spells, but that's pretty cool. All right, chat. We got a 1 minute ad coming in soon, so take the time to go get some food, go get some water, go give attention to your pet, go stretch, go walk around, go take a piss if you need to. I want 3 minute ads every minute. I mean, 3 minute ads every hour to eliminate pre-roll. So take the time to So yeah, I'm gonna be not. I'm not gonna pause gameplay. I'm just gonna be just chilling here, probably yapping, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. Thank you for the posture check. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate green. Thank you for the posture check money. But yeah, we're continuing by hopefully maybe getting both of these done. So who knows? So if y'all are still here, just want to remind y'all just fire truck or the unicycle or the penny farting. So let y'all decide that. Do 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 do. Tell Penny to stop farting. I like that. I'll see myself out. I don't care. It's funny. I probably have to go to the bathroom soon, so I'll probably go to BRB when ads start. I vote for the truck. You two must battle it out. I am back, Chetty Wetty. The magic missile flavor is actually the first thing I came up with for this character. Originally, I was debating making this flavor Warclap Cantrip Eldritch Blast. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Since we had 2 votes, we had 1 vote each for the fire truck and penny farting. I'm gonna I'm gonna flip a coin. Actually, for D&D, I'll roll a D20. I don't have any. Do I have my D20s nearby? All right, I'm gonna roll a D20. If it's 1 through 10, it's gonna be the fire truck. If it's 11 to 20, it's going to be penny farting. So let's see. I'm rolling it now. You can't really hear it, but here we go. We got a 3, so it is fire truck. It's fire truck for Bunny. I should probably get I probably should get like a little visual for that. If we're gonna do something like that. So let's go. Bunny won the 1, so we're doing the fire truck. And I don't want the world to see me. Alright, let's do this. What type of dice do you have? So this is from... This is from a site called Your Magic Dice. And they're and because I was playing a Ratfolk character, they're cheese themed dice. So yeah. I just have the standard, D6, D4, D20, D100, a D12, D10, and then D8 is the standard. I have 3 sets of dice. I have the cheese ones, some black ones, and some red ones that are pretty cool. So yeah, let's get started on this. What are the cleaners that we have? I think it depends on what gun we're using. Yeah, we do. Let's do this one. Let's just try this out. And then I've got 2 sets. One gray plastic with golden numbering, and a pewter set with raised numbers. The way I like to do dice, right now I'm a type of D&D player who would like to have dice themed for their characters. So the black ones I was talking about was for my Warforged fighter. The red ones I might make them general use, but I kind of want to get another sight for this new character I'm making, because I pictured them having like a bluish color scheme, so my red dice won't really work. Maybe for another character. That's how I like to do things, because I think it's just cool. It doesn't like help me get in the spirit of the character. I think it's just funny I think it's just thematically cool. Clean Sentinel Prime. If this was actually movie versus Sentinel Prime, I think most Transformers fans would want to kill his ass. Is there like a likable version of? I don't know if there's even a single likable version of Sentinel Prime because it's like we have the movieverse, we have animated. I don't know the comic ones, and there is Transformers One. Our sessions are on Thursdays, so we played yesterday. Ooh, how did that go? I only joined a few weeks ago, so I'm let out of the story loop, but the rest of the party was invited to a party, and I tagged along, like like an event party, like like a dinner party or something, or like a dinner party. I like I want to do like I want to have like a fun episode of a D&D campaign where it's just like like combat rarely happens. Just a little filler beach episode would be fun. Like I'll clue them that. Maybe like go to like a ballroom or like a or something like that. I set my backpack aside for the dinner, but after an occurring explosion, right after was that's handled by local guards. I got angsty and retrieved it, but not stealing another bag, but not before stealing matter that happened nearby. The DM rolled a 20 to see what I stole, and you got a natural one. No! Natural one. Damn. Natural ones come when you need them the least, or you just don't want you want them the least when it's like a major moment. You're like, fuck. So later, after things began heating up and the guards started going through bags to see if anyone had suspicious, and my character thought, anything these nobles would bring to the party would fit alongside my wealth. Ugh. And it turns out that one was a letter instructing a tiefling to infiltrate the estate. At all. My character's a tiefling. At all. Lurky. Gobblerino waits. Okie. Thank you for the lurk. So I turned pale. That I can't talk out of my total to 6 charisma and tried to bolt and was knocked out by Monk Butler. That's where the session ended. Damn! That's such a cliffhanger. Let's do Stubby Gun for this one. But that sounds like it's gonna be like a lot of fun. Haven't really done like a campaign longer than 3 months. But it would be nice to be part of like at least at minimum like a year-long campaign. That's something fun. I haven't read through the party's logs. I haven't read through the logs of the rest of the parties of here, but so far we are in session 21. Damn! That's a nice session. That seems a pretty long campaign. Sounds like it's a lot of fun. The DM knows what they're doing. Start using the heavy duty one. I also finished campaign 2 to Code Cruel. Nice. I'm really excited for the Mighty Nine like anime adaptation. Not almost an anime adaptation. Well, show adaptation. It looks a lot of fun. My friend has been talking about it a lot because they are super into Code Cruel. Already finished up 11 on campaign 3. Let's go. Love Laudina and Fearn so much. I don't know who those characters are, but I probably hear about them eventually. From my good friend Dinlin. I think Fern is going to inspire how my sorcerer is going to act. What's their character like? As I said, I'm not really familiar with them, so go ahead and yap about your interest, Bonnet. Fern is a druid fawn who grew up in the Feywild. Ah, okay. She got a lot of she got a lot of trinkets hanging off her clothes because she likes to. She sees something she likes, she just swipes it. And the way Ashley Johnson's voice her is so endearing. And I always like Ashley Johnson like in her various roles. Like the one that always speaks to me is like her as Gwen. Um, Gwen Tennis. Her as Pike from Vox Machina. And then also Gwen Tennyson from Ben 10. Ultimate Alien Force 2 Ultimate Alien. I know she's in more things, but that I know her from, but like I haven't. But those are the ones that come to my head immediately when I think roles Ashley Johnson has done, including that one role in Adventures. And she's never known an ounce of fear, but not in a stoic way, but more of nothing bad will ever stop me. Huh? That's pretty commendable. That's really interesting to see. And the way she suggests off the cuff ideas to straight face is incredible. Oh, that's probably comedic gold right there. Just saying something like anything can be really funny or really confident if you just like anything can sound really funny or like really good if you have enough bravado and confidence behind it. There's probably things that so sometimes the best things you just say are just something with a straight face, just or straight up deadpan. Actually, it's really good character reaction. I'm familiar with the norms of material plane. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. She's been acting probably for like majority of her life, so it's like yeah, she probably has a lot of experience with that. I know she's. I think she's also. Who is it? Ellie from Last of Us. I almost thought of another character who's in Last of Us, who's also voiced by Critical Role voice actor. The iconic ever Laura Bailey. Who was a shit ton of characters, but the one that comes to my mind is like Maka from Soul Eater, even though I've not seen Soul Eater dub in years. It's been probably more than 10 years. When I rewatched the show back in like 2019, 2018, 2019, I watched it subbed. You can explain the bits, can never do justice, I'll send you a reel. Okay. God, this shit's taking forever. God damn. I have to use this one. Appreciate the real send. I'm gonna have to clean this bitch off. Clean this bitch off. I'm at the other side. Hold on, I think I might have missed it. I did not. Clean, clean, clean this bitch. Clean, clean, clean this bitch. I found my number one. I have found my number one fern moment, and I have clipped it, and it's inbound to your DMs. Thank you, Bonnie. Appreciate it. Can't wait to see what you're talking about. And I can do a lovely job. We have a lovely little job for you at the house. Oh, and you're free. No weird stuff, promise. I have a feeling it's gonna be weird. It's definitely Ulysses. I can see his funny leg. What? Why would a cat hang out 10 feet from the lava flow though? Okay, that's weird. I thought it said crossplay. I'm like, crossplay on a fire truck? What does that mean? I'm gamer. I'm John Gamer. I game. Are you muted, SpongeBob boy? No. I am not muted. OBS says I'm not. Oh. Ooh. Rat has gone gorilla mode. Banana. Rouse. Rouse warning. What the fuck does rouse mean? Rats of unusual size. Ooh. You want to see a rodent of a usual size? Here. Whoa. How's this? How's this for rats of unusual size? Ooh. Princess Bride, actually. Monty Python, holy shit. Yeah, this is what you could see. If I had no mercy. I didn't think about y'all. About gameplay. It's almost the same flavor comedy, though. Inconceivable! Yeah, let's just... Boop. There we go. But British. British. But just like how they say, that Star Wars is Harry Potter minus the coolest swords and wand for stand-ins. Huh. I've only seen Star Wars 4 through 6. I have no interest in watching Harry Potter. Unless I pirate it, because J.K. Rowling's an awful human. Doo-dah, doo-dah. I have no interest in Harry Potter because J.K. Rowling. No, J.K. is a bit dumb. The idea of it is cool, just overhyped though. Yeah. I say bit loosely to keep it PG. Yeah, fair. Fair. Clean off the things. Oh, wait, chat, did you see that? Holy shit. Glitchy floor tile. What will it do? Whoa, hey, Z clipping. It's clipping. Texture's not loading properly. Damn you, clumsy geometry. Geometry is confusing. I don't think I did well in my math, like from geometry to like other classes. I don't think math really clicked for me until I was like done with it with college algebra. Just geometry did just not land in my head. Just Galaxy, you never made a decision to go to PNG to VTuber. What would you do? Just 1-to-1 or something else? Would it be like an Anthrad or something? I've thought about if I did decide to do that. I've had a lot of options. Um, the one I was thinking about was kind of taking like low poly rats. Um, like kind of based off like even though I've never played this game yet, but like the Halo was it Halo 3 or Halo Reach low poly rat um was like the idea I was thinking. That or just like make like a low like even like a lower polygon like a lower polygon rat from like rat trap like a PS1 style like rat trap model with like a little scarf on it. It would be kind of like close to 1 to 1, just like but low poly. Cause I think that's funny. But I think I'm gonna be. I think once I learn Blender, make it yourself. That's just an idea I had. I don't think I'm gonna go for it. Um, probably do my best to try to learn it. It's probably be a huge pain in the ass, but like, if I did go that route, because honestly, I'm honestly thinking once the face cam streams, once that happens, like, I'm gonna probably start using my face more. Obviously, we'll still want to keep the rat around as a mascot, but I think I might go like full, like, depending on my day, how I'm feeling, I might go either like rat either just go with the full face cam or maybe do the rat from time to time when I'm not really feeling face cam. I heard Blender is easy to learn, but I never learned it myself. I tried to do it, and it just wasn't really like engaging towards me. Rat and Blender sounds dangerous. I survived the KFC deep fryer. I've got this. Alright, let's put this down. But that's what my plan is essentially once the face cam stream happens, I might start using my face more often. Because I want to. And obviously the rat's still gonna be here from time to time, but just gonna be slowly, start incorporating more of my face in the streams. I'm a thinner whisker of Ulysses right now. Yeah. But that's kind of like the eventual plan. Seeing Galaxy tomorrow, fully rigged VTube set. Yeah, man. I don't even know. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. From my knowledge, I have people coming over, so I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance. So depending how I feel after, I might be socially drained out to not stream. But even if I do stream, probably like a really shorter stream of like whatever. I don't know. I've been getting a lot away in streaming. I realized. I know I've been like I haven't done a consistent back-to-back stream like on the weekend in a hot while. Life's getting in the way, chat. It happens. It happens. Over medicated. Gotta clean this damn ladder. Oh God! Can we please get this damn ladder cleaned? Please, this is mad. This is mad unfunny. Oh my God. Handles. Where the fuck's that last handle? Where's that damn last handle? Deadass, I don't know where the fuck this could be. Let's wait until it starts glowing. Ah, it's this one? The fuck? What the fuck was that, game? Alright. Alright, last we have the... Okay, so we're gonna do penny farting, and then we're probably gonna call it quits for today's stream. Alright, let us begin. See how quickly we can get this one done. Sometimes I dip penny farthing to high pressure water, and it starts and it screams loud as hell. You should check that out. I don't think check if you have any like driver support to make sure your penny is not doing that, because it shouldn't be doing that. They're supposed to be really like really good like machines, so I don't understand why they're doing that. Must be like a software thing. Okay, we might need to try a different one. Yeah, it's working much better. Man, this rust is stubborn. God damn. Seats cleaned. Let's see. Let's finish. Let's try to finish it as soon as possible. Okay, that's one down. Good night. Hold on. We're live. Bye bye. Good night, Ma.
Hello, computer world.
Say hi to
Hello,
Mama Rat.
world.
Mama Rat goes good night. Sneezing that ad real quick for 5 minutes because we are done for today. Oh god, I already did that. Alright. Uh, good night, Mama Rat. Hee hee hee. That's the Mama Rat. Who do we... I think I know her already, but... Anyways, time to end the stream. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Thank you all for coming in today. It was nice. It was nice to finally go back and stream for, 3 hours after been like kind of like cutting it short previously. But hey, we had to get a lot. We got a lot done in Power Washing Simulator, and overall we had a good old time. So yeah, appreciate everybody who came in. Yeah, thank you Whimsy, thank you Bunny, thank you Green, thank you Captua, thank you Drystar, Helena for coming in and chatting for a bit, Nick for coming in and chatting for a bit. Glad to have you back, Alexi. Hope you have a great night. I hope so too. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, so I'll let y'all know on Twitch stories. We're gonna be sticking to the Friday Saturday because life gone the way, so I can't really do my Wednesday streams again until probably exactly probably about a month. A month will start. I'm able to stream like 3 times a day, hopefully. So let's I'm glad to have y'all here. So I hope y'all have a great night. But anyways, let's go give somebody a raid. And also check it out, chat. We have our raid message, so we can just copy paste it. So we are good. I am Smart Streamer. We are going to be raiding the ever funny, the ever chaotic gremlin streamer known as Raid Skylight 6. She is currently streaming with Omni Squared, who they're playing Dead by Daylight. Sky is a very goofy, hilarious streamer. If you like if you like crass humor and overall just silly, fun vibes, go to Sky. Sky is definitely your type of VTuber. But yeah, they've been on a streaming hiatus for a bit, so let's give them some love. And just spend as a community. Yeah, community cheer. They are a member of the Bean team, so they are pretty chill. We are so thank you guys. Hopefully I get to see you guys tomorrow. I'm thankful to have you guys as an audience. I'm thankful to be streaming in the first place, and I am just thankful to have this community. And I'm hopefully you find me mildly entertaining. So I'll see you guys hopefully soon, and I appreciate all stopping by. So yeah, it's grayed out to Sky, and hopefully everybody has a great day. Y'all are amazing, and I appreciate y'all for coming in. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Hold on, I gotta open up Twitch on the other side. Hope y'all have a great time. I hope y'all so yeah, I'll see you guys another time. Bye bye, my chatty watties.